Forgot to add myself. Well, hi everyone. It's Razyel Kayne, and I'm back. Well, I came back yesterday from TFCon Toronto, and I wanted to do a video, but then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go live and just tell people how it was. So thanks, Devoid, for showing up. Rachel, I think that's the first time I see you on my stream. I've seen you on input, so thank you for coming by. That's my wife. Thank you, honey. Hey, we have Big M. Hey, man, how you doing? Um, so yeah, it was a really good. I didn't go the whole time. Like it's still going on today, or it's probably closing soon now. But it was really interesting to go to TFCon once more. The event was as usual, very well planned. Very clear instructions. You go there, pick up your ticket there, or validate your ticket, pick up your bag, wait in line here. Yeah, so great organization, just like last year, and I'm sure all the years before that. So that was really good. Yeah, I got there at 9ish, 9:25. Parking was already full, and then oh, I have a visitor. You want to come? Bonjour. No. Okay. Okay. Bye bye. Okay. Parfait. All right. So that was my kid, and he wanted to say hi to me, not you guys, and he's very shy. Oh, that's weird. But I heard that notification don't always work as we think they're gonna work. So yeah, so TFCon was really there was tons of vendors as usual. I didn't snap any video because there's a lot of people, and yeah, there was a lot of people, so it's hard to navigate and show off the vendors and all the different things. But it was pretty good. I really had a good time. Met a couple people that were all excited, and that's one trick. If you go to a convention and you just want to talk with someone, look if they have a bag. If it's full, just go walk up to them and say, "Hey, what'd you pick up?" And they're going to be more than happy to show you everything they picked up because everybody's excited to show what they got. And when you get back home and you tell your wife and you're super excited about everything, and she's not a Transformer fan, so she's not as excited as you are, but collector to collector, you're both excited. You're happy for that person that they found that thing, unless it's that thing that you wanted to pick up, and now you have to follow that person home, and it could get messy. But yeah, no, really fun convention this time around, and not disappointed. It was a spur of the moment thing, really. When I interviewed Paul Eiding, name drop, when I interviewed Paul Eiding back in June, it wasn't announced that he was going, but he let it slip on on the interview. So because he was going, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go. And I've never been more happy to go somewhere, because this table, when I arrive at, literally the first thing I did is check if the tables for the panelists were set up, and he was at the far end, and I went there and I shook his hand. He recognized me. We had a quick chat. It was great. um, he really made me feel like I was his friend. So that's amazing. He's by far now, he climbed the list so fast, and he's on top of my favorite actor. He's my favorite voice actor, hands down. Fantastic man. Then after that, I went to see Venus Terzo, who had just one person before me, and she is an amazing woman, because I gave her my info. Like, I introduced myself. Hi, my name is Razyel. I've interviewed a couple people, including Paul over there, and I'd like to interview you. So I gave her my information. Like, I had a little, not business card, but a piece of paper with typewriter. Like, I didn't write my hand because I suck at that. So I gave her the info, and then I just put Razyel Kayne on it. She turned it around and she said, "What's your name?" So she showed interest into who I was. So right there, I was like, "Oh, she's. I have a feeling she's gonna contact me." So she wrote down my name, and I'm gonna wait to see if she sends me an email down the road. But I'd love to interview her. She was great. And then I looked over to David Kay's line. All right. So on average, everybody that was there, all the writers, which I don't recall their name. There was Frank Dorado, another voice actor who did Starscream. I didn't talk to him though. Yeah, Starscream in the Netflix series. So they were all there, and they had about one, maybe two person at a time waiting. David Kay had a line the size of my house. This man is so popular. I knew he was popular because he's always working. He's very on demand. Had no idea that fans were in love with that guy that much. It was crazy. So I had to wait until after his panel at 1 p.m. Well, he finished his panel with Venus at 2 p.m., which was a great panel. And after that, I waited in line. I was the fourth one in line. So just before 3, I talked to him. I gave him my information. He told me, I'm going to give this to my publicist and she'll take care of all that. So I'm thinking there's going to be a fee associated with David Kay. And you know what? That level of popularity that I saw, that line, if he's that popular and if there's a small fee, but it's going to drive tons of views, I might just pay it. What else? Well, the panels were good. Honestly, writers panel. Okay, I thought that people ask sometimes the wrong question to the voice actor when they're asking about who's the why did your character do this? What would you have liked your character to do in this situation? What do you think Perceptor would have done if Unicron had shown up again? They get those type of questions, but that's a writer's question. So I was expecting to hear a lot of writer's question to a writer. One that was there, David Michael Hills. He wrote what was the one that like the Return of Optimus Prime. He worked a couple more episodes and Cosmic Rust and stuff like that, or maybe not Cosmic Rust, but anyway, there was a lot of discussion. But he was being asked not those questions, and it was often really question that he was just stuck at the mic not knowing how to answer. Those never ending questions that are like people would ask 5-minute questions. I was really, anyway, I thought, like, I don't want to say stupid questions, but people should think about what they want to ask and ask themselves, is he the right person to ask, to be asked that? So yeah, so that was but I have to say that this year for the voice acting, the questions were actually pretty smart. People asked the type of question I ask in my interviews. So yeah, sorry, Rachel, I'm gonna pick up convention of something that they have fan value, they don't know. Tell them it's a great way to get rare piece for good. Yeah, I did. I'll show you in a minute. I have some good pieces. Yeah, it was a lot of fans for these franchise. RID 2001 Prime. Yeah, that's Gary Chalk. So most people that did Beast War also did Robots in Disguise 2001. And after that, they also did Armada, Unicron, and Cybertron Trilogy. So yeah, so the panels, the questions that were asked were good. Except one guy, flat out hit on Venus Terzo, and she played it the cool way of playing it in public. But I thought, man, that's kind of cringy. There was still a couple of cringe questions, and a lot of people, like, example, there was a girl. She was deeply impacted by the episode Cosmic Rust. Don't know why, but that episode, apparently the writer last year confirmed that the idea behind Cosmic Rust was to talk about HIV, like a disease that spreads and kills people, and that's really hard to stop. Of course, Perceptor fixed it, and so that was the end of Cosmic Rust. But she asked Paul how he felt about that writing choice, and Paul just he noticed, though he read the person right, that she was deeply impacted by that episode. I don't know why. I don't know what's her background, you know, but she had strong feelings about the episode. So Paul kind of answered saying that, he said first, well, any episode where, Perceptor was in the spotlight, I like, blah, blah, blah. But he asked her, so what did you take from that episode? What did you, keep for yourself? And she gave an answer, and they had a good moment. And, and then Paul actually went into a story about HIV, where he lost friends in the 80s, not long after that, during the AIDS epidemic. I don't know if we can call it that, but it was pretty bad. I remember the 80s, and that's all that people talk about. It was the blight of the century at the time. So yeah, it was so we had a moment, and it was a really touching panel. And people mentioned Frank and Emmett. One guy mentioned Frank and Emmett, which was a short movie that I recommend to everybody. If you have not seen Frank and Emmett, go on Paul Hiding on YouTube. Find a video, play it. It's 12 minutes of your life. You won't be sorry you spent. It's amazing. So yeah, convention was good. The floor room was packed. Lots of scalper. A lot of people with, Cosmos at $120 Canadian. Clam Down, for $90, $100. Ultra Magnus, Metroplex from G1 at $350. That's, I don't know if that's the going away price these days, but it was. I could have gotten that figure, for $40, $45 in 1986. Didn't happen. But yeah, it was good. So I'm just gonna show you a couple of the stuff that I was lucky enough to get from TFCon. First thing I did, the moment I walked in, I saw, well, this guy, with the belt on. It's removed. So this is G1 Skullgrin, and I had this. My grandmother, who now passed away, gave me that figure back then, and it's complete. The robot, the two guns, the sword, amazing condition. It's not dirty, it's not dusty, it's really good. And compared to this piece of shit, it's completely. So I'm gonna do an actual review of this guy, but this guy was the most expensive piece I bought, and I'm not gonna talk about price here because my wife is watching. But yeah, this figure means a lot to me because my cousin got bomb burst, and I got this, and we thought that we didn't have the, Master Force, we didn't have English toy commercial in Quebec. That was illegal back then, so we didn't know what these were except that they held a robot inside the transform. We knew it was Transformer, we just didn't realize how. And basically, the way we played was that these things were holding the most powerful weapons in the universe, and me and my cousin played like that. So this means a lot because I lost my cousin many years ago, though he died in a car accident, and my grandma passed away now. So this means a lot, and also it's G1. So, but I'm not a G1 collector as much. Well, not true. I collect some G1s, like a couple of things. What else do I have to show? Yeah, Skullgrin is like heavy metal. Like he could, you should, you know what? Maybe I'll talk to Fire Talks and see if he can do a electric guitar that can be held by this Pretender shell. That would be very, very cool because I think it would fit. So what I also got is, and I was lucky, I saw this one. This is Yellow Cliff Jumper from 1984. It's stamped here, Takara, Japan. And this is Yellow Cliff Jumper. So for those who don't know, back in 84 or 83 when they were building the lines, they decided that on top of Bumblebee here and Cliff Jumper, they also did a red bumblebee, and a yellow cliff jumper. So I was missing the yellow cliff jumper. So I saw it. I saw what, yeah, it's a bumper. I think that's what they call it, or bumble jumper. But it's not hubcap. Hubcap has a different head sculpt. So I got this one, and so now I have all the Bumblebee cliff jumper. I don't have the other mini bots like Gears and Huffer and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it, but I saw this guy at 125. I saw it at 75, and then one guy, it was on his loose, no bag on the table, and $20. And that's one thing I've learned. I'm not, it's not in the Canadian or culture to negotiate as much as, let's say, people from the Middle East, where they haggle everything, and that's part of their culture. And it's not part of mine. I've never negotiated except for a car, and even that, I'm not that good. But this year, I negotiated everything and got $10, $15, $20 off pretty much everything. So it didn't cost me that much. So Skullgrin, yellow bumper. Yeah, a bumble jumper. There you go. I don't know why they don't have a name for red bumblebee, like Cliff Bee, or I don't know. What else did I get? Oh, all right. So I'm missing a lot of the female Autobots. I found her complete in box with the accessory for making a hand, which I think it's not useless, but I never plan to combine her. But then I noticed something weird. She's already toy axed. Like there's already decals on her from Toy Axe. There was also the one for the face, but I removed it. I really wanted to have her face sculpt. So I have a complete Lancer. She was $20, so that's pretty cool. And then what else did I get? Hold on, no, I have to. Oh yeah, of course. Venus to Donald with a little heart, which she, gives a little heart to everybody. And then the masterpiece of my pictures now, Perceptor, Paul Eiding, and now his signature, but great to see you, Donald. Yee! I'm a little girl. Love that. And then, okay, so Lancer. Oh, I bought a Siege Sideswipe for my kid. He's playing with it already. Yeah, that's right. It's the combiner for Ortia, I think. So, well, there it is. The box. And so I have, the hand. I have the one with green light as well. Not green light, Moonracer. And that's the thing that kind of sucks. Look at the head sculpt on that. It says Autobot Lancer, but that's green light's, Moonracer and Lancer have different, and Nova Star, they all have different head sculpt. But they put, that's green light's instructions, really. They just changed the name. So, yeah. And then, all right. One thing that you guys know is that it's right here. No, sorry, here. That's my Lambros collection. So, Sideswipe and Sunstreaker, different version. The only one I'm not trying to get is Combiner Wars, because I think that the mold are really atrocious for the price that they're going to right now. $55 I saw at TFCon. So I'm like, no. So this is a repackage. So I'm like, the guy, he's like, that's he said $30 sealed. Or no, it was 35 sealed or 35 no sealed. And I picked the no sealed. But I'm gonna open that and do a review on this one. So the alternator Sideswipe. And Sunstreaker usually goes for $190 on eBay or places like that, and it really, really is sad. Sunstreaker seems to be that character that Hasbro says, "Oh, he's not popular because we haven't used it in anything," and I mean anything. Since G1, Sunstreaker has never been used in any show. Games a couple times, but shows none. It's all Sideswipe. And yes, well, for Sideswipe, $30 open, it's a good price compared to what you'll pay on eBay with shipping and everything. But Sunstreaker alternator for a very reasonable price here, 60 bucks. That was insane. I was so happy. He's complete. He's sealed for now. License plates is Sunstreaker. I'm about to throw that open and review it, and I'm super excited to have this guy. It was, I can't believe I found this at a very reasonable price. So, and for those of you who don't know, well, most of you don't know, I woke up at 3:30 a.m., went for gas, and then left for TFCon. I drove 5.5 hours to get there. I dropped off on the way some Transformers for somebody who bought older stuff from me. And after that, I drove back after TFCon at 4 o'clock after Paul Eiding's panel. I went and shook his hand, told him I was leaving. He told me to have a safe drive. And I drove all the way back to Ottawa. So another 5 hours. I was tired, but I got lucky because Rodimus Primal went live for his 100,000 subscriber streaming special. So I got to listen to that in the car on the way home, and kept me awake because I was getting a little tired. And then I stopped at A&W when I got here because I was super hungry. But yeah, it's been a great day. It was really a lot of fun. No problem whatsoever. People were courteous. A lot of people need to take more showers, but that's a convention. You get used to it. There was a lot of stereotypical nerds over there, but there was also some people with their family. There was a couple costume. You know what? Maybe I can show you. Can I do that? Maybe. I took 2 pictures of, well, a couple more pictures from TFCon. So let me present that. Yeah, that's right. IDW, I didn't read that, but he went from being arrogant and sure of himself to being a dick from what I hear. So not that interested in that version. All right, let's share screen with this. So that was one cosplay I took picture of, Soundwave, and he was really well done, really good with Buzzsaw inside. I thought that was a really, really nice cosplay. And I took a picture of Paul, but it's kind of blurry. And then Starscream. And that's my ugly face, yeah, about cosplay of Starscream. I hear this guy won the contest, or he's in the first, second, third place. I don't know. There was a lot of good cosplay. There was a lot of bad cosplay. Oh yeah, that's the Sideswipe I got, and it's censored. Venus, Paul. Is there anything else in there? Wow, that's my phone background. So there you go. Where's the stop sharing? There it is. Hey David, what's up, man? It's in your area, man. You should go. Like, you get the non-premium pass, you can get it for like, I don't know, $30. So yeah, there was a few good cosplayers, so that was fun. So yeah, so that's my my toy haul and my impression. Panels were well done. Okay, I have to say though, panels for Rider, like the room is pretty big for panels. There's a lot of room for a lot of chairs. Most time it was filled maybe at 25% capacity for most people, except Venus and David K. And I'm going to assume it was mostly because of David K. Room was packed. They had to tell people to ask only one question because there wasn't enough time, because it's only an hour. And they had to, at the end, the guy just grabbed the mic, said, all right, we're done. And there was still 7-8 people waiting for a question. I got to ask Paul on his panel and Venus and David on their panel the same question. I always ask about celebrity voice actor and working voice actor. How do they feel about the fact that the celebrity are doing jobs that they should be doing? And I always get good answers. A lot of people are upset, but most people understand that if the voice or the actor actually does a good job and is able to deliver and create a good character, then that's okay. You know, like Mike Myers doing Shrek, that's okay. Anybody could have done Shrek, but could they have done it as specific as that? I don't think so. But it was well, my biggest grief about meeting voice actors is about people meeting, not me meeting. But when people are meeting voice actors and they ask them question that has nothing to do with voice acting, um, and there's a lot of people that do that. Maybe less now because you'll see on the TFCon YouTube channel when people are asking, they used to put the whole panel, like let's say an hour, and you get an hour video on YouTube. But now they just pick and choose good questions most of the time, and they'll put it. They got rid of displaying the monkey tricks. So one guy, TFCon, many years back, asked Jack Angel, who did Rodimus, uh, Dick Gautier, who did Ultra Magnus, and Venus Terzo was there as well. Black Arachnia. And the guy just went to the microphone. And he's like, okay, Black Arachnia, Rodimus, and Ultra Magnus are in a car, and they stop at a drive-through. Go. That's a monkey trick. That's not a question about voice acting. And Jack Angel told him, you know what you just did right now? That's not what we do. We're actors. We don't improv. We don't. I mean, they probably could, but he said, we don't improv. Everything we do, we have a script to read. We have a character description. We have something. So that's what really bugs me, is when people ask monkey tricks. Like, it's cool that, hey, can you say this line, please? Hey, Deluxe, you want to join in? I just saw you 2 days ago, but I could use, if you want to join in, I still have some time. I'll send you the link. You just click on it. There you go. Copy. I'll send it to your Instagram. You don't have to click on it, but it's still going to be there. Where's the Lux? Where's the Lux? You just got him. Just watching. All right, fine. It's cool. But yeah, man, I saw the convention exclusive that you wanted, but you told me that you were gonna get through other means. So they look good, really. The displays area were like the Chosen Prime display case was huge, and they had all those shiny Doctor Woos and Masterpiece stuff, and it was really cool. So yeah. So I think I'm gonna go. That's really all I had to do. I showed you all my stuff. So just a recap: I have a complete G1 skull grin with the belt. I have the yellow cliff jumper, which I'm really happy, and Lancer from Siege, and then the two alternators, Sideswipe and Sunstreaker, for very good price. Very, very good prices compared to eBay scalpers. Or, well, not scalpers, resellers, but very, very good price. So I'm really happy about that. So there you go. So that was just a quick stream. I'm going to go make supper for my kid and my wife. And I don't know what I'm having, but it's going to be great. Oh, ribs. We're having ribs. Ribs are good. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you did, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Also, leave a comment. I love reading those. Keep coming back. I have more on the way. And remember, nothing in life gives you a right to be an asshole. Take care.